Hi and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Simone, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about my 24-week update. I have just come back from the midwives. I had my 25-week appointment. I'm going to be 25 weeks in a couple of days. So my blood pressure was fine, urine fine. If you can remember, I think it was a couple of videos, maybe a few weeks ago, I talked about how I spoke to the midwife and she was going to measure my bump to see if it was measuring big, and then if it was measuring big she was going to see about bringing the placenta location scan forward and ask for a dating scan and growth scan. So she measured it and I was really surprised because I'm supposed to be 24 weeks but I'm measuring as 31. So I was like, I said, is that unusual? And she said, yeah, very unusual. She said usually, you know, someone might be 34 weeks and measuring 31, but for me to be, you know, thinking that I'm 24 weeks and measuring 31, and not just that, she said that my uterus at this stage should be like a little bit above the belly button, but she said she could feel it like pulsating right up here. And she said the baby's feeling big as well. And I asked her, is there any possibility that it could be twins, because there's twins on both sides of the family and people keep saying about how big I am. And she said she could feel the baby around here, and she said she thought the baby was head down. And she felt around this side, and she said she didn't think that there was twins, but she wasn't 100% certain. She listened for the baby's heartbeat and she had the Doppler around here and you could really hear the strong heartbeat. Then she moved it here and it was really strong. So she was moving it back and forward, and she was I don't know if at one point she was thinking, is it two separate heartbeats or not, but she said, I think it is the same heartbeat, but obviously with twins, from what I've read, and she said I would need to have a scan to check that it's definitely not twins, and also to find out what is going on with the dating. So if I am that far ahead, then it obviously doesn't leave me a lot of time. I'm still going through all my books and everything, you know, for the home birth. That was another thing what she said as well, is if it was twins, she said she doesn't believe that the consultant would want me to have a home birth, and they might not even want me to be in the birthing centre, but they could make a compromise. I have read some stories of some women who have had C-sections before and have had twins at home, but obviously it's all dependent on the hospital, and there's no point in me thinking about all that right now and the risks and the dangers and everything, because I don't even know if I'm having twins or not, so I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it. But if I am further gone than what I am, I was planning on getting all my work done for my dissertation finished. I've got until August to do it, but I wanted to try and finish it by the end of June, so it gave me enough time to you know, to get bits and bobs of the baby, and you know, to do some more research and mentally prepare myself for the home birth and everything. But obviously if I'm further gone than what I am, it doesn't give me a lot of time to get my work done and everything else. So yeah, I'm just a bit in shock really, because if I've got my dates wrong, it's just so weird, because like, I know every pregnancy is different, but with my first two, I started having morning sickness around 6 or 7 weeks, and it ended at 12-13 weeks. So if I was further gone than what I am, so say if it was a month or two, that potentially means that when I've thought that my morning sickness started at 6 weeks, it started at 10 or 14 weeks, which I just find really bizarre. And also the fact that I've had periods, but I know that some women obviously they have periods and when they're pregnant, but with, you know, with the previous two I never had that. And then I'm just thinking, I mean, obviously symptom wise, you know, I was getting movement earlier on, the Braxton Hicks are getting stronger, I'm feeling pressure more down there. The symptoms are really, really prominent, but again, I still wouldn't have thought that I was further gone than what I am. So obviously at the moment it's all ifs, buts and speculation, but I'm just so intrigued to find out now what the situation is. So I will keep you posted on that. And oh yeah, that was another thing, the midwife, she tried to call today to make an appointment to bring the placenta location scan forward, but the line was engaged, so she said she's going to sort that out today for me, and that I should receive a letter by Wednesday to let me know when the new date is. So to be honest, I think I'd prefer it to be sooner rather than later, because if I had to wait say another 4 weeks and then potentially I'm, you know, 35 weeks, it's like, wow, it's going to be really close to the time. It's just, oh, honestly, I just can't get my head around it. But I'll keep you posted on that anyway. So, apart from that, symptoms haven't been any different really from last week. When we did have that really hot weather, I was really finding it hard to regulate, like my temperature. I was getting really hot, my feet was swelling up, and I suppose that's just a normal part of pregnancy. But yeah, it's cooled down now, which is, I'm gutted that the sun's not out, but at the same time I'm finding it easy to be more productive when I want to study, and like my hands and my feet aren't swelling as much. But I'm just feeling really, really heavy. Like I love walking, I think I've told you this before, but I'm just finding I'm getting really sore around here. And I said to her, like, she said usually it's like 2 stone that you would put on normally in pregnancy, but she said some women don't even put that much on, or some women put more on, so not to worry. But like I think I've already put that on already. So I'm so like the rapid amount of weight that I've put on, it's just taking its toll when I'm walking around and everything. I will show you my bump. Please leave me a comment below if you've experienced anything like this with the dating, or wondering if it's twins. I'd really be interested to know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!